Welcome to Manifest, hosted by international evangelist, teacher, and author Perry Stone. Enjoy unique insight into prophetic and practical truth. It's time to feast on fresh manna, so get ready to be blessed and encouraged. And now, here is your host and teacher, Perry Stone.
It's a beautiful day in the upper part of the Sea of Galilee, just above the Sea of Galilee in the city of Chorazim. You've watched me tape several times throughout the years on the Manifest telecast, but this is a brand new teaching I'm very excited about. Our tour group is with us. They're from so many different states. Everybody say, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Hello, in-laws. Hello, outlaws. Everybody's got them. Okay. In a more serious note, I'm excited about the teaching today on the program because recently I have been writing about the cycles of America, America's prophetic cycles, and how history moves in a circle. Some very interesting things I have discovered that we wanted to put in print. I'll talk about that later. But Ecclesiastes chapter 1, 9, and 10, many years ago, I read this verse and it intrigued me. The thing which has been is that which shall be, and that which has been done is that which shall be done, and there's nothing new under the sun. And I realized that there was a Babel, a Tower of Babel in Genesis 11, yet there's a mystery Babylon in the last part of the end of days in the book of Revelation. And I began to see parallels of the things that were in the beginning were also going to be at the end. Some of you have heard me talk about this. I was with Pastor Rod Parsley and talked about it on his program, how that, for example, when you go into the book of Genesis, if you go backward in the book of Genesis, it reveals everything going forward. You have the mark of Cain in chapter 4 of Genesis, which is a picture of the mark of the beast. You have Cain. His punishment is sevenfold. You have a tribulation being 7 years in length. You have him being a vagabond on the earth. The mark is placed on his forehead. That's the mark of the beast, a picture of the mark of the beast, I should say. Come into chapter 3, you have the prophecy of the defeat of Satan, and you find that in the book of Revelation when Satan is bound at the end of the tribulation. Chapter 2, you see such perfection on the earth. In chapter 1, God is walking among men, and that's where everything's going in the future. It's going to go to the time when the New Jerusalem comes down and God dwells among men. So in other words, the first two chapters of the book of Genesis, everything is perfect. The last two chapters of the Bible, everything is perfect. The first two, there's a tree of life. The last two chapters of the Bible, there's a tree of life. In the first two chapters, there's no sin and no death and no sorrow. In the last part of the book of Revelation, the last two chapters, there's no sin, death, and sorrow. And in chapter 1 and 2, God is walking with man. Revelation 21, 22, God is walking with man. But what I want to deal with today is the parallels of 2 BC, which is approximately the time of Christ's birth, 2 BC to 1 BC, and the parallels that we see in 2014 to 2015 that are taking place. First of all, let me share with you that the Bible tells us that as it was in the days of Noah, so will it be at the time of the coming of the Son of Man. It also indicates